Hello. Today I'm here to talk about the Storied Mobile App. To start off, you can get the mobile app on the Google Play Store if you have an Android device or the Apple App Store if you have an iPhone or an iPad. Just go into those apps and search Storied Family History and you'll find us. And it'll be this icon right here, the Storied logo. So just a little bit about me. My name is Spencer Smith. I run the mobile app engineering team at Storied. I've been working at Storied for a year and a half, and I really love working on mobile. I've been doing that for the last 20 years. I have 5 kids that I like to go on many adventures with, traveling and camping and skiing, biking, running, whatever. Which brings me to my other point is that I'm a runner. I love running. I spend a lot of time training for marathons. So the Storied Mobile App is a full-featured family history app. You can do everything you need to do from creating and managing trees. You can manage and tag images and other media inside the app. You can write stories. You can share those stories with other people so that they can read them. Then you can read other people's stories. And also, you can read and interact with those stories, meaning that you can leave comments, you can like, and whatnot, all preserved inside the storied ecosystem. And you can also create storied books so that you can preserve all the work that you're doing and share with other people in another way. Also, in the Storied app, you can do all your research. You can search records and newspapers. And I'm going to go through and show you how to do a lot of these things. Let's start off talking about trees inside the Storied app. There's a lot you can do with trees, yet it's all very simple. When you first open the app, you'll be on the Home tab. You can always switch on the bottom tab bar down here. So just tap the tree icon to bring up your tree. If you don't have a tree already, you'll be prompted on this screen to create one. If you do, you can tap the name of the tree at the top of the screen and either switch to a different tree or start a new tree. In the mobile app, we have 2 options for creating trees, either importing your data from Family Search or starting one from with a new home person. Normally this will be yourself. Importing from Family Search is very easy. You're just going to need to sign in using your existing username and password or other credentials, give permissions, name your tree, and then in the background, we'll be importing the data into Storied. That could take a while, so we'll send you an email when it's done. Let's add somebody to the tree. It's easiest just to tap the person you want to add a relationship to, tap add family, and then in my case, I'm going to do add sibling. And here I'm going to add my sister. So I'm going to type information that I have. If I don't have all the information, that's fine. You can always create your tree with as little information as you have. You'll have to choose, in this case, the parents of who it is so we make sure we get the relationships right. And as you can see, my sister's not showing up right now because I'm the home person. She's not a direct ancestor, descendant, or a spouse. So you can just switch who the home person is to see the person that you added if she doesn't show up already. So I click my mom, and then I'm going to say view her tree. And now my sister Kimberly is going to be on the tree. Now to get back to my tree, you can simply press the home icon on the bottom left corner. This will bring me back to where I started from. So you can pan around and zoom and view more parts of the tree. And you want to get back to where you started, you just click the recenter button and that'll bring you back. And as you saw, you could expand to see further ancestors. When you don't have a parent already, we'll have a button right here to also add a mother or father, which is the same thing as tapping the person and then clicking add family and then add mother or father. Now let's go over adding media and organizing it inside the Storied mobile app. To start off with, we need to go to the scrapbook tab. Just down at the bottom, we have our different tabs. And we're going to switch to the scrapbook tab just by pressing it. When we first get to the scrapbook tab, we're going to be in the stories section. This is all the stories that you've either published or the ones that you're working on right now. But if we just tap the media option at the top, we can go to all the media that's been uploaded already. And this is going to be where you can have all of your PDFs, your audio files, your images, your videos, and newspaper clippings all right here. And you can filter and show just those ones. But for now, let's go back and let's add a new item. So when we add items, we can either upload existing items or take new ones. So if you hit the upload file option, that's going to give you anything that you've uploaded to your files app on the device, and then you have set up as well. From there, you could hook up Google Photos, Google Drive, um, Dropbox, anything like that. But for now, let's go into our device gallery. This is just going to be the photos that you've taken on your device. So for this example, I'm going to take a photo of my daughters at a ballet performance they did. So I'm just going to select the ones I want, tap add, and it's going to upload them to Storied so that they're there, and they're going to show up here. So now we're going to tap on that photo, come in here, and click the details option. And from here, we can change any metadata we want. So we're going to start off by tagging my daughters in it. We're going to tag Nora and Brooklyn. And so now they're into here. That's saved. We could as well add the location as well as the date and year to it. So here we'll type in the date, November 2024, and we'll search for the location so that we get a good location in here. So we have chosen that, and then we just come in and save it, and now it's there. So the great thing about doing this is that it's going to be easier to find. We're going to have a lot more information about it when other people look at it as well. So let's go back to the tree and let's show how that is now going to show up. So I just tap my daughter, I come in here, I go to the media tab, and there's that picture that we just added. Now we're going to go over stories, how we create them in the mobile app. To start off with, there's lots of different places in the app to actually start the process. On the home screen, we can press the big red button in the bottom right-hand corner, or we can hit the tell a story button at the top. It's going to bring you into the same place. So first thing we want to do is add media. So we're going to go ahead and add the ones that we already uploaded from before. You can also upload new ones if you'd like. So once they're uploaded and ready to go, we can hit done and see the photos that we've added. So let's go ahead and add a title into our story and a location and put a date in. All of this data is going to be good for when other people view the story later on, or if you create a storybook with it. So we want to add some details. We're not going to do the full story right now, but we'll just add one line just to show you how that's done. You can also add formatting as well. We want to bold, italicize, underline, or add lists. Another fun way to get your stories done quicker is use Story Assist. It's very popular. This is going to use AI to create a rough draft for you. You're going to start by entering in any kind of details in the tone, and then AI is going to be able to create a rough draft for you. For now, we're not going to do that. So we'll move on to the next step. So first, we need to add other people in the story or set who the author is. So we're going to add Brooklyn and Nora again. So we have the people we want into the story, and we'll hit next, and now we can tag it. This will also help us find it later and be able to do more things with it, as we can filter our stories by the different tags that we have on it. So go to next. Now we want to set who all can see this and how we want to share it out. So I definitely want to share it with my immediate family as well as my parents' family. So I can choose whether I want to make it a private story or a public story, and then we publish it. Once we publish it, it's going to show up on our feed page. And here we have it. So once we have a story, there's lots of things we can do with it, but we can go and share it as well. So if we're going to go ahead and tap on the story to jump into this detail screen, you can see a lot of different things about it. So we'll jump back into it again. And let's share it. So top right corner, you press the three dots, press the share button, and then we're going to have lots of different options to share this out to people. So for example, I could share a link with my wife. She'll also get a notification about this story being published and the link back into Story to see it. But for now, we can go ahead and share her link that she can share out to other people if she wanted to. So inside the Storied app, we can also do all of our searching historical records and newspapers. There's a lot we can do with that, and it's very simple to do. You can do it on the go very easily. So we'll go to the search tab at the bottom, and from here you can either enter in new people that you aren't in your tree, or we can enter in the people that are already in the tree so we can pre-fill a lot of the form data. So here we're going to choose Van William Smith to fill out the data. So the data is in here now. We're going to go down and search. Okay, we've pulled up lots of different results here that could be my grandfather, Van William Smith. So we'll go ahead and tap into a couple of them and see what we got. So this is the details about Social Security. Let's go ahead and say that it is him, and we're going to go look. Look, we've already merged this record into him, so we don't need to add him again, or the record again. Let's go find a different one then. The 1950 census. This is looking very promising. And so we want to make sure this is the right person. We'll go ahead and tap the picture icon at the very top of the record. And from here, we can go look at the record and see what is going on and see if it's the right person. Let's go ahead and zoom in, look around, and here we have it. We've got Van Smith as the head of household, Dolores M., Van Michael, Stephen W., and Patrick H. That's my father, Patrick H. So this is the right one. So go ahead and choose what information we want. So we simply just tap the rows of the data that we want and untap the ones that we don't want to keep in there. So we found the ones we like, and so we can just save that right to the person and update their data with this new residence information. So we can see that it's saved. We jump into the profile, and there it is, the residence in Kansas in 1950. All right, so let's go back and do newspaper search. So we can do the same thing where we're going to fill in Van William Smith and search the newspaper records. We didn't put that much information in about him, so let's go ahead and just pick one of these to look at. So we tap it, we can come in and actually view the newspaper. So now we want to go ahead and look around. We got some great newspaper content here. Let's go ahead and clip something. So we can choose what part we want to clip and then hit next. We're going to go ahead and tag my grandfather in this so that it'll show up on his profile page in the Storied app. So we'll add him, we'll click done. It's going to do it. And so now we can go view it in our gallery. So come into the gallery, refresh it, and there's the clipping that we just did. We can go look at it even closer. So we can also go back to the tree, go to him, view his profile, go to the media, and once again, we have the image that we just clipped. I mentioned earlier that I wanted to talk about groups later. You can do so much with groups inside the app. The thing we're trying to solve for in groups is that we create a lot of content. We find a lot of interesting records, we find images, we write stories or find other stories, and we want other people to be able to see it as well. And also, we want them to be able to contribute as well because they can add other interesting details to the story about these people. So inside the Groups tab, as you can see on the bottom right-hand corner, we've selected the Groups tab. Now this is going to be a list of all the groups that I'm a part of and the ones that I've created. I can invite anybody to one of the groups that I've created, like this Pat and Cheryl Smith family group, and they can come in and they're going to view all the stories and see all the pictures and view the tree of what I've put in there. And they can do that all for free. Earlier, I made that Nutcracker story, and I wanted to put that in both the Pat and Cheryl Smith family, which is my extended family, and then my immediate family, the Spencer and Andrea Smith family group. With having it in both of those groups, anybody that's a member of either one or both of those will get notification that I've made a new story. So they'll be able to go in, read the story, and add comments to it, especially if they were there. They could add some more details that would be interesting and like it. Another type of group would be one that's not even family related. For example, this is a group that's of Storied team members, and Karen contributed a recipe here, and then also Heather contributed a recipe, as well as Christopher. So all these people were able to come in and add to the story that we're all able to view, comment on, like, and work together on creating a book. So what people do a lot of times is they can make a book about a certain person, and they can divide up who's going to write stories about them. So everybody can get together, get into this group, and everybody contribute 1, 2, or 3 stories, and you can have a good amount of information about one person all coming together in this one spot. Thanks so much for listening to this video and watching. I hope you're able to learn a lot of things. We're working really hard to make the mobile app better and better all the time and add great features, make it easier to use, and help you find great stories and create great stories and share those with other people. Remember to go get the Storied Mobile App. Just go to the Google Play Store or Apple App Store on your device and search Storied Family History. Thanks again.